Hello guys, let's start reading here. Remember this is a nice review for USMLE CK Step 2 United States Medical License exam. So we're trying to read which we try to read this real quick. Because when you're doing something, driving or cleaning at home or doing whatever you're doing, you can be hearing this. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it. I hope you help to remember something that you have already studied before. But the key is you have to sit down and at least read 5 hours, 5 to 10 hours a day. This is a hard exam. If you can Google, this is a number 11th test worst in the world, in the whole world. So we had to dedicate a lot of hours of reading for this test. Okay, let's do some questions real quick. So this one is talking about a study is conducted to determine the mean level of total serum cholesterol in the patients with acute coronary syndrome. On a total of 2,500 randomly selected patients in a study, one of the study goals is to compare the mean levels of total serum cholesterol. So they trying to compare cholesterol between the male and female patients with acute coronary syndrome. Results showed the mean total cholesterol level was 230 for males and 220 for female. Which of the following is the appropriate statistical test to determine whether there is a difference in the mean cholesterol level between male and female patients with acute coronary syndrome? So they're asking you which of the tests, which of the statistical tests you gonna use, because they do a combination of nominal and let's see, they say I pick a run here. I pick correlation analysis, and the answer is 2 sample t-test. 2 sample t-test. Let's see why 2 sample t-test is the right answer. Why 2 sample t-test is the right answer. The dependent variable, independent variable. Okay, so you guys can read by yourself, but sometimes gonna read too over. This is chi quadrado. So this is, let's see if there's a sample what they say here. 2 sample t-test. Okay, chi quadrado. So 2 sample t-test. The answer was 2 sample t-test. So what is the 2 sample t-test? Let's see. T-test, this one here. When you try to combine quantitative with qualitative. So, and I think that's the case that they did here. So when you try to combine quantitative with qualitative, by example here, they trying to combine to check for cholesterol, that is a number. This is quantitative. For males, this is for qualitative, and female qualitative. So they combine names and numbers. That's what I'm trying to explain. So results show to the mean cholesterol levels 230 for male, and qualitative, that is male more high yield correlation the person. So when you try to combine qualitative with qualitative, by example female or male with a cancer, no cancer, there's no numbers in the middle, so now you use chi square. So that's something that we have to learn. Chi square, just remember like a square like this. Chi square, I mean all the angles are the same, so qualitative and qualitative, they are the same. So the things that you're comparing here, they are the same. They are qualitative things. That's why you use chi square. So when you have a square, perfect square, all the angles are the same. That's what help you to remember that you are messing here with things that they are the same, kind of the same. Okay, that kind of help us to remember chi square. Okay, chi square. So let's see what they have to tell us here. Quantitative variables like sample temperature, glucose levels, cholesterol, things like that, represent numerical values. So the scale of measurement of the dependent example outcome. So the scale of measurement of the dependent, like that's mean here, the scale of what do you have to the end, like what you're trying to study. So the scale of measurement of the dependent and independent, okay, you have one sample for quantitative and another sample for qualitative. Okay, so we are doing some mnemotechnic here. Two sample, that means that two independent group, that one of qualitative and another quantitative. Okay, what is this noise? So two sample tests compare the mean of two independent groups. It's required that a quantitative dependent variable be evaluated in two groups formed by two levels of categorical independence variable. Okay, so the quantitative dependent variable was level of the total serum cholesterol. Okay, that's the number. And the categorical independence variable was sex, of female and male. So when you have two different groups, you use t-test, two sample test. Oh, okay, t-test, t is of two sample test. Oh, we have to learn and remember that, two sample tests. So the two sample tests will determine whether there is a statistical significance difference in mean levels of total cholesterol between male and female patients with acute coronary syndrome. Okay, let's read that again. A two sample t-test will determine where there is a statistical significance between a mean level of total cholesterol between male and female patients with acute coronary syndrome. So the two test sample is used for two groups. We read it here before. Two groups, independence group. Okay, difference in those mean values indicates that male and female patients with acute coronary syndrome may have different cholesterol profile. Okay. In this case, the null hypothesis is rejected. This is something very hard deal too. That they like to ask you if the null hypothesis is rejected or no. What's the power? Remember, when a sample has power, that means have a lot. That sample is big. That's what I want to mean. So, if you want more power in a study, do you have to put more patients? If I have a study with 10 patients, I don't have too much power. But if I have a study with 10 million patients, I have a lot of power. That's what I mean. Okay. Well, I don't remember any study with 10 million patients. Probably, I don't know. I don't have to talk about anything real that happened today. But anyway. So the chi-square test evaluate the association between two categorical variables. So they are the same. You see, categorical variable. They are two categorical. That means those one categorical here and here. No, here and here. I'm sorry. Here categorical and categorical. Okay, two categorical variables is chi-square. As an study evaluation, the association between sex and male and female and myocardial infarction is present or absent. So in this case, there's no numbers. You can see there's no numbers. Okay, female and female is not a number. Male is not a number. if you have an infarction, myocardial infarction, that's not a number. Or if you don't have it, it's not a number. It is two between two categorical variables. Okay, quantitative variables. As I study evaluation in the linear relationship between stress levels and irritability score. Let's see, correlation. Okay, this is hearsay. Okay. I don't like to show those graphics. Luctorio is another one, excellent. The good thing about Luctorio is let me show you. It's you can the good thing about Luctorio is you can have it's not showing in the screen, but the good thing is that you can have this USMLE. For the same price you pay, you can have USMLE 1 and you can have USMLE 2. Even you can even, I don't know if you can see here, but you can put in easy, normal, and hard. Your questions, you can put in easy, normal, and hard questions, and even that surprised me the most when I do this. I'm picking out questions for you guys. So that's the most surprised things for me was this, that you can translate. You can put it okay, any language you want. This commercial, they don't pay me, I'm just sharing non-knowledge sharing. I have a very good experience with those two. But guys, if you can buy it, try to buy it, because once you buy the first one, if you want once your month is slack, or your 3 month, or you buy both is done, you can reconnect it for a really lower price. It's almost, you can keep going for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Okay, so let's see, this is another one. It's talking about a relationship, linear relationship. This is important too. I have seen questions of this. This is high yield too. This is when this is a linear correlations like this. This is inverse. So let me see what linear relationship between stress levels and irritability score. Okay, let's keep going, guys. Okay. So logistic regression analysis evaluates association between one category. So that's meta-analysis. Okay. Meta-analysis is a quantitative statistical technique used to combine and analysis data from several studies to conduct an analysis with the greatest statistical power. Yeah, if you have 10 studies with 10 patients, you have then 100 patients. When you combine all those studies. So next question. Let's read the next question. Let's ask the computer to read it for me. Sorry guys, I'm gonna put it back again because you cannot read it, you cannot hear it, so I'm gonna start all over again. Let me hold on. Hopefully you can hear it right now. Here we go.
Administrators at a large national health insurance network are developing a performance-based financial incentive system that is designed to measure and improve quality of medical care provided by physicians. The network implements a quality reporting system that asks physicians to submit monthly clinical data on various preventive care metrics, such as the percentage of the physician's eligible patients who have completed cancer screening or who are currently taking evidence-based medication therapy for chronic conditions such as heart disease. Bonus incentive payments are distributed to the medical practices of physicians who score in the top performance quartile on these metrics. For this system to improve overall quality of medical care, which of the following is most important to consider when determining amounts of incentive distributions?
I'm gonna pick one real quick because
A. Characteristics of the patient population served by the physician.
And I have to 3 more questions left, so I have 1 minute. I don't want to, so I'm gonna finish those 3 questions in seconds. So what they're asking is let's read it again. Let's see what they to learn.
Administrators at a large national health insurance network are developing a performance-based financial incentive system that is designed to measure and improve quality of medical care provided by physicians. The network implements a quality reporting system that asks physicians to submit monthly clinical data on various preventive care metrics, such as the percentage of the physician's eligible patients who have completed cancer screening or who are currently taking evidence-based medication therapy for chronic conditions such as heart disease. Bonus incentive payments are distributed to the medical practices of physicians who score in the top performance quartile on these metrics. For this system to improve overall quality of medical care, which of the following is most important to consider when determining amounts of incentive distributions? A.
Okay,
Characteristics
so
of the patient
the
population
answer is
served by the physician.
characteristic of the patient population served by the physicians. Characteristic of the patient's characteristic of the patient's population served by the physician. For this system, to improve overall quality of medical care, which of the following is the most important to consider when determining amount of incentive distributions? So they're telling you that characteristic of the patient's population served by the physician, number of interprofessionals in interactions the physician has when delivering patient care, number of quality improvement initiative in which the physician has participated over the past year. This one look good, this one sound good. Let's see what is it. Number of years of experience of the physician has initial clinical practice. Prevalence of physician burnout in the practice as measured of the standardized screening instruments. So the answer is characteristic of the patient's population served by the physician. Okay. So let's see what they have to tell us about that. Pay for performs. PS4. P4P. So pay for performance is a system are intended to improve healthcare outcomes by linking physicians in financial incentive to delivery of evidence-based care. Example: patients complete recommended colon cancer screening. Patients complete recommended colon cancer screening. Okay. However, for such systems to improve overall quality of care, they must address equally. Deliver high quality care regardless of demographics attributes, sociographic or socioeconomic status. Okay. Which is one of the dimensions of high quality care. Okay. Dimensions of high quality care. So the dimensions of high quality care are safety, effectiveness, patient-centered. Error, like a preventable error, is like when you seek out blood, when the doctor tell you to medicate some patient, and you medicate the patient with a wrong dose on a wrong med. So the thing is to, again, you told me to do this. Okay, you want some milligram, you got this amount of milligram. Okay, just like a repeat back. This is a good to minimize preventable errors. So safety, avoid harm from care, avoid harm. The same thing I told you. Try to avoid harm. Is confirm, repeat, confirm. It's like a stop, think, and act. Effectiveness adheres to scientific guidelines evidence. Okay, adhere to a specific scientific guidelines evidence. Like, for example, if they tell you aspirin is no use anymore for clock or things like that, you have to follow the guides, the right guides, like actual guides. So effectiveness, adhere to scientific guidelines evidence. Avoid on treatment or over treatment. Okay, not treat too much, not treat under treat. Like you have a baby with a very badly ear infection, you send him home with nothing. You have to send him with at least with amoxicillin. In the meantime he can see some doctors. Somebody else, other specialist. So avoid under treatment or over treatment. Effectiveness, patient-centeredness, identifies patients' values, goals, and preference. tailors care delivery to express patient's values. This is about patient's values. It's like when the patient doesn't want to be naked, to like the patient is the owner of his own body. They can decide what to do or not. You know, that's something that they're discussing too much nowadays with those shots and COVID shots and things like that. Okay, patient-centeredness identifies patient's values, goals, and preference. Tailors care delivery to express patient's values. Okay, timeliness, avoid delays in care, reduce wait times. That's what we always try to do. Sometimes the ERs are so packed. But yeah, try to, that's what they call in ER. They do some kind of call tracking, fast tracking. Fast tracking mean when we have like the ER full of patients waiting, but there's like a couple of patients that are really bad. You have to bring them in right away. But there's a look at some other patients like you have like I come for some stitches that I need to remove and things like that. You cannot bring a patient with a stitch running in the ER and somebody can see those patients real quick and send it home. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So avoid delayed in care, reduce wait. Very strict with those kind of things. Like even you stole. I don't say you stole. You grab a pen to belong to the hospital. You can have some places you can have problem with that. I don't know. United States is so complicated. You can be in jail so easily. So be careful, guys. You international medical graduates like me, coming to plan to live and stay in the United States. Like doctors. So guys, let me tell you, study hard. Those international medical graduates study hard, and if you can do some resident training too in your country before coming here, it's better. It's a plus, but not too long. Like if you graduate today, you can start a training. Like I don't know, you can start ER medicine residency or internal medicine or surgery, and if you get your match here, you can come right away. But try to keep learning, keep studying, keep going. Not just graduate and wait for the match. No, try to learn, try to do practice in your countries. This is all important. You know already how to put a bone line, or interosseal line, all those kind of stuff you can learn in your countries. There's a lot of countries that let you touch patients without being in a residence. So guys, take advantage of that. Those guys who have graduated in different countries. Okay. So equality. Provide quality care of all individuals regardless of demographic attributes. Example, if they example the ethnicity, the age, or gender. To treat everybody the same. Equality. Even as a woman, as a man, or as a gay, or somebody of the LGBT community, you have to treat it with respect. They are all the same. For the doctors, they are all the same. It doesn't matter if you're from Africa, if you're from Europe, if you're from India, if you're from China. That's the same. It's a patient. You have a heart inside. You have red blood inside. For me, it's the same inside. Okay. So the equality. Try to give a very quality service. Quality service and equally. Provide quality care to all individuals regarding demographic attributes, ethnicity, age, or gender. Okay, guys, I talked too much. I'm sorry. I have to finish this here. So, evidence suggests that practices serving affluent populations are more likely to achieve pay for performance. Evidence suggests that practices serving affluent populations are more likely to achieve. Okay. Okay. As a result, this large pay for performance network or pay for performance system are recommended to consider demographic characteristics of the patients, example, insurance type, income level, and surrounding community, example, status of health professionals shortage area, will determine amount of incentive payment. If, example, higher payment for quality achievement to practice locate and help professionals shortage area. Guys, this is something that you have to stop and write it yourself, because I'm getting something, but it's I cannot explain it. It's some kind of like a they tell you have to take care of characteristics of the patient population served by the physician. I have to sit down and read this again, because I don't get it very well. Okay, so let's get the next question. Beautiful blue sky, beautiful view from Manhattan, New York. Oh my god, I wish to live there one day. Oh my god, this is a beautiful views. I'm enough relaxed. Let's put this one here. This is my tiny and beautiful country called Dominican Republic. Tan and blue sky, tan sand, transparent water. Okay. Let's do the next questions, and I'm gonna stop because I'm tired, guys. I hope you have learned something with me here today. So health quality is a component of high quality care. Okay,